So let's do a comparison of the Samsung T7 Shield SSD external hard drive, the SanDisk Extreme portable SSD external hard drive, and the Samsung Type-C USB flash drive. We're gonna go over these products, how they compare to each other, what I like about them, what can be improved about them, and which one you should buy. So let's get started. So let's just have a look at each one. All three of these are pretty small. Of course, the thumb drive is the smallest. And here we have the T7 Shield. We have the input for the USB-C. All of these are USB-C. It has a nice little casing on the outside. It has a silicone type feel, so it feels really sturdy. And then we have the SanDisk. We have the USB-C on the bottom. And it also has a little hole where you can hook some sort of lanyard or a carabiner on here, so you can carry it on your backpack or wherever you would like to. And if you compare it to my finger here, it is very thin. And it has a plastic outer casing and then kind of a soft plasticky silicone feel on the outside. And then we have the Samsung thumb drive, very small, compare it to my finger. So you can see how small it is, and the thickness, also very small. And it has a little cap that you take off. And there is a spot for some sort of lanyard string that you could attach this to. That'll make it really easy to attach anywhere. This is very small, so it is a little bit easier to lose. So the size of these external hard drives, this one goes from 1 terabyte to 4 terabyte. This one goes from 500 gigabytes to 4 terabytes. And this one goes from 64 gigabytes to 512 gigabytes. So what I like about all of these is they're very small. They're very compact, they're not thick. They can be taken anywhere in a backpack, in your pocket, not a problem at all. Also, all three of these are very durable. I got all three of these to take with me to Italy. I was recording a vlog, I had a drone, so I needed a ton of storage, convenient storage that's fast and reliable. And I actually did drop all of these when I was on my trip, and no problems at all. They look good still, and they work just fine. So we can show you what they look like when they drop. See, it's pretty sturdy. You know, I wouldn't go throwing it anywhere, but if, you know, the occasional drop will be fine. Same with this one. No problem at all. And this little thumb drive, it's like a Lego pretty much. So no problem at all when you're dropping them. And then of course the read and write speeds, which is very important. The read and write speeds for the T7 Shield and the SanDisk are the exact same. It has a 1050 megabyte per second read speed and a 1000 megabyte per second write speed for both of these. And since this one is not an SSD, this little thumb drive, it is by far the slowest, and it only has a 30 megabyte per second write speed and a 400 megabyte per second read speed. So let's go over a speed test in the computer where I transfer the same file to all three of these external drives. That way you can see exactly how fast these are. Okay, so let's go over transferring this 1 gigabyte file over to the Samsung thumb drive. And now let's transfer over this 1 gigabyte file to the Samsung T7 Shield solid state drive. Okay, now we'll move the 1 gigabyte file onto the SanDisk Extreme SSD. And then as far as the devices that these can be used for, anything that takes a USB-C, you'll be able to use these for. So your iPhone, Android phone, of course, all laptops, desktops, any tablet. So what I would change about these is just make them a little bit more protected with the outer casing. The T7 Shield does a great job with its outer casing, but it could be even a little bit thicker, and the one on the SanDisk could be thicker as well, and this top plastic could be bolstered with some of the silicone that the T7 Shield has, and maybe not as big of a deal for the USB thumb drive because it's so small. The USB-C male connector is protected with this case, so this one isn't as big of an issue. The plastic around it should be enough for protection. So which one of these should you buy? If size isn't an issue and you want the best all-around drive, I would go with the T7 Shield. It just feels sturdier, it has a nice feel, it has the same read and write speed as the SanDisk, and it's just a little bit more premium. If you want something that's a little bit smaller, has this little hole that allows you to add a carabiner or lanyard to it, and you don't mind having a little bit less protection around the external hard drive, then the SanDisk is for you. And if you just need the ultimate portability and you don't have large files, because again, this one only goes up to 512 gigabytes. So if you're just doing some quick file transfers from computer to computer, this one will definitely work out really well for you. It's just super convenient. Plug it into your laptop, plug it into another computer really quickly and transferring files. Or if you're using this for a phone, this is also really good. Because it is so small, you can just plug it in and it's not a problem at all. It's not too bulky on a phone. But if you do need that fast read and write speed, then these other two options will be best for you. So again, all three of these are great. All three of them a little bit different, especially the two SSDs compared to the thumb drive. So check out the Amazon links in the description for these two SSD drives and this thumb drive. And good luck with your file storage and transfers.